Just like for the Nigerian remix.
Comment tu t'appelles? Qui? Moi? Je m'appelle. Comment tu t'appelles? Non, l'autre. Je m'appelle Coupé, Coupé, Bubamba. Je m'appelle Coupé, Coupé, Bubamba. Zima Conti, Abibi, Mamalengue. I need to learn Lingala.
Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Today I'm with my sister, as you know it, and she's here to chill with me, and we are going to be talking about being third culture kids. What is a third culture kid, you may ask? So, are you asking me? A third culture kid is pretty much a kid who has been raised, who has spent most of his development years being raised in a country other than that of their parents. So for us, well, we've basically never even been, I wouldn't say we've never really been raised in Cameroon. I'd say I lived in Cameroon for 1 year, but she was already in boarding school. So we were born, both our parents are from Cameroon. They're from the our parents are from, like, they're so Cameroonian. They're from the same village province. They're from the same village. They're like neighbors in the village. That's how Cameroonian they are. That's how Cameroonian we are. So yeah, but we were born in Côte d'Ivoire, and so we're born in Côte d'Ivoire, and we're just gonna talk to you guys about our life being third culture kids and our experience. Basically what happens is that we're all born in Ivory Coast. In 2002 we moved to Cameroon for 1 year. She was already in boarding school in Togo. My mom moved back to Ivory Coast for 1 year, but my dad was living in Tunisia. So we would go, so my brother and we moved to Tunisia in 2004. So both of our families, so both of our all of our family members were living in Tunisia, but at that time I started boarding school in Togo with Sally. And then Charles joined us, and then later on Alphonse joined us. So we basically all spent around 5 years in Togo, and then we would go we'll say we lived in Togo and Tunisia at the same time, because we were in boarding school in Togo, but then we were residents of Tunisia. And then after that I went to Wales for 2 years, and then my parents got permanent residency, and we moved to Canada. And for her, she just went straight from Togo to Canada for university. So yeah, that's it. That's our story. So now we're going to talk about the positive things about being third culture kids.
I mean, the first obvious one is the fact that we got to be like influenced by like a shit ton of different cultures. We got to meet people from all over the world. And yeah, just enjoy like amazing food, music, and all that type of shaz.
Okay, that's cool, right? I think another benefit of being a third culture kid is that opportunity to be immersed in like so many different cultures. So that was really good. This exposure to different languages, because we are
bilingual.
Yeah, we're both bilingual, French and well, I speak Spanish, but my whole family is bilingual, French and English. So one cool thing about being having mastering those two languages is that like amongst us we like code switch, we like speak in franglais. Anybody, you know, like
it's like Kamtok or Nushi, like they're even different levels of
and we have like different levels. Like if we're like speaking to our we have like different levels of like slangs, like in different like language, in like context. French and English, in different contexts. Like for example, if we're speaking French to our Ivorian friends, for example, we can like switch to like Nushi. If we're speaking French with like our Cameroonian friends, we can like use Cameroonian expressions like Rwanda.
Everyone when you're speaking with like the French, Français people.
Yeah, then when you're speaking like French people, you can, what's the word in Nushi?
Choco.
Yeah. You can shocker. Even like with our English, like, well, yeah, I don't phonate. I don't do phonate. I don't do phonate, but you know, even the expression phonate is from like Nigerian, is from our exposure to like our Nigerian friends and things like that. Because like in Cameroon they don't. I mean, like, they probably say phonate now, but like it's definitely like an adaptation from Nigerians. So yeah, so that has been like a really big benefit for us. Another thing is just like you're exposed to so many cultures that like almost nothing shocks you. I mean, like there are things that shock you, but like very few things, because you're so like worldly, I guess. Very few things actually shock. Yeah.
Don't let Mrs. Go here.
Very few things actually shock you. What is the best thing you think being like a third culture kid has been for you?
Bad. Gonna have to say like the fact that I got to enjoy food from so many different places. Like I don't know if you remember this, but mom one time she was chatting some breeze and saying that yeah, you have to make sure that you can eat everybody's food because you never know where you're gonna like end up in life. So I don't know. Like, don't be too picky about shit. I mean, which is
true. I mean, in some cases, I feel like my favorite thing is like having like being so it's like, I feel like when you're a third culture kid, you're kind of like a chameleon. So you can like mold into like different spaces, and you can adapt to like different environments really fast. It's like for me it's really easy. I'm not that social of a person, but then if I wanted to make friends, it would be like really easy for me to do that.
Because you have to like start over like so many times.
Exactly. And I feel like having like friends from around the world. If today I said I wanted to go to Thailand, I swear I could find someone that I know someone that lives in Thailand that would be able to accommodate me or something like that. I feel like
hook you up with a job, like, you know.
The disadvantages of being a third culture kid. To me, I feel like in my particular situation, I feel like, and I've heard this from a lot of other third culture kids, especially like African third culture kids, that is like if your parents are from like an African country and you've grown up either outside of the continent or even within the country continent, but not in your own country, it's that feeling of not belonging in one's country. Like for example, we are Cameroonians by blood, by, well, no longer by passport because Cameroon does not allow dual nationality. But we are Cameroon, but basically we're Cameroonian by blood, by passport and everything. However, every time we go to Cameroon, we always feel like strangers. I remember when we went to Cameroon in 2000 and in 2002 when we moved to Cameroon for that 1 year, people always used to call us like refugee, stranger, étranger. They used to tell you, toi là, tu parles comme une Ivoirienne. Tu parles comme une Ivoirienne. Now that you speak like an Ivorian, because we used to like, obviously like we grew up in the Ivory. And us too, like we'd always make fun of like the Cameroonian accent because we felt like, well, we don't speak like that. So yeah. So they always used to tell us they'll tell you, oh, when we used to go to Cameroon, they'll tell you, oh, you're Ivorian, you're a refugee.
You're getting cheese, like
you're getting so mad because you're like, no, I'm Cameroonian, because like even though we're born in Ivory Coast, like a lot of African countries, like a lot of people don't get, it's not like America, wonder where you're born in America, you're already with your American passport, right? And all of that stuff. You're born in the US. Before people tell me America's a continent. I'm Canadian, but I'm American too.
Please,
but you know my drift, you know. Yeah, so like I feel like in most African countries it's not like that. Like just because you're born in one place, it still does not give you that right to claim that place. And I feel like if we're in the Ivory Coast, I always used to say I was Cameroonian.
Exactly.
And then to go then to Cameroon and then for them to tell you
you're Ivorian.
Ivorian.
Like, even Ivorians don't claim that. I don't claim myself.
Exactly. So it always felt that, and I felt like a big part of the reason why I personally did not feel that Cameroonian was because I didn't also speak my language. Now, funny things about interesting things about being a third culture kid. I'd just say like when people try to guess where you're from based on the way that you speak, because like every time people like this is how I speak normally, and like everybody like knows I have an accent.
It's like, but like it's part Canadian, part Irish, part no,
a dash of Native American. No, I'm kidding. No, but my accent is so mixed that that like people always have like a hard. People always wanna. It's because like people always want to like put you in a box, right? So like when people hear me talk, they're like, oh, that's interesting. That's different. And maybe like I'll say a word that's like different, and then they'll be like, oh,
like pants instead of trousers.
Yo, I said trousers instead of pants.
Really? They used to make fun of me.
I said trousers instead of pants. I just say, oh, if you're saying underwear and then you say drawers, and then people just look at you like, what? I used to say bras, yeah. I used to just say it instead of just bra, right? I'd be like,
bras, yeah.
Bras, yeah. But like, or you say some words and then people be like, oh, are you French? Because that word sounds very French. And then you're like, no, but I speak French.
And then it's like some whole like explaining you. So you have to like condense your life story basically.
When other funny thing, when people ask you where you're from and then they don't really expect that long ass story. Because you're like, what do you mean? Do you mean where are my parents from?
Where was I born?
Where do you mean where am I just coming from?
Exactly.
Like if someone asks me like where I'm from, I'm like the short answer is I'm Cameroonian.
But even sometimes I don't feel like confident.
But even that I do sometimes I don't like, especially when I see other Cameroonians and when you're like where are you from? I'm like Cameroon. I'm like,
you and they're like you're Cameroonian.
And they're like, no, you're not. You can't be from Cameroon.
What do you mean though?
Like, no, like I'm from Cameroon. Culture shock. Have you ever experienced culture shock? And what was it?
I mean, not in the traditional sense, but like I went to Mexico and was shocked that I felt like I was at home. Like, I don't know, like see like cobblers on the street, like I don't understand the lick of Spanish, but like I'm like, yes, these people see life the way I see life. Like I felt more at home.
She went to Mexico, so the street food was like, oh my gosh, I am home, right? It's like I am home.
Nah, I need to go back like and brush up on my Spanish, man, but definitely I was surprised to find myself that comfortable there.
This was like culture shock for me when I came to Canada. Because like even though I've been like in all these like countries, we've lived in 5-6 countries. A lot of times I've also been a lot around Africans the most. So when I came to Canada, it was very interesting for me because it was actually the first day I came to Canada. My sister was like, hey, it's Samson's birthday, we should go. They're having like a dinner at Korean Grill, we should just go and eat. And I was like, okay. I had money, but I didn't really have money. And so I was like, so people just invite people like this anyhow to come for their birthday stuff. So I was like chill, and I was like a bunch of Ghanaians, Nigerians, so we all went. Anyway, at the end of the dinner, they then said that the dinner was $20 and we should all pay. Your girl was like, what? I was so shocked. I was like, where do you have birthdays? It was so crazy. To me, like, it was like, I was like, I could not, like,
does not compute.
Exactly. I could not, the concept of me paying for my food at a dinner, it's obviously coming like, I mean, like, it's talking from a place of privilege, right? But then I'm talking from a place of privilege, but I'm also talking from a place of like cultural, like,
You expect someone else to pay for their party.
Exactly, like I don't, to me it was like, how can you invite me for your birthday and then expect me to now pay? Are you not supposed to be the one like happy to see me and like pay for my company? Like,
happy to see me.
Yeah, now. So yeah, I felt like that was, but anyway, for me, I felt like I should pay because like he wasn't my friend. But I felt like, why were the others paying though? Because like they're like, I'm a +1. They are actually your friends. So like, why are they paying? I remember my 21st birthday. I had an open bar. I paid for everyone, and like people didn't want to come because they thought they were gonna have to pay. And I was like, no,
I remember,
right? So we got like super drunk because we had like so much alcohol. We started giving it to people because like people did not want to come because they were like, oh, I don't have money, and I was like, it's free.
And like, they didn't expect,
and they were like culture shock for them because like, they didn't expect someone to like pay for their for their stuff. So yeah, I felt like that was a.
Can you imagine, like you go to somebody's house, you eat all the plantain and serve beers, like that would be 500.
You know what though? I know some, no shade though. I know I had a roommate, right? He had a barbecue with a bunch of friends and then he invited us. And at the end of the barbecue, he then came and told Louise that it was actually gonna be like $10. Like we didn't even know. He just was like, oh, it's gonna be $10 per person. And we're like, he was Brazilian, by the way. So if there are any Brazilians watching this, let me know if it's something normal. But yeah.
Yo, that's a false advertisement.
I know.
I thought
right?
I was here to have a good time. Now I feel attacked.
I know, right? Anyways, guys, this is our experience as third culture kids. If you are a third culture kid, comment down below, let us know where you lived, and comment down below. Let us know where you lived and anything that you can relate to that we mentioned in this talk. And I hope to see you guys in the next video.
Peace.